First of all, I didn't even know you could do that, bro. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that Sun Jin-woo could do that. So that caught me off guard.
Woke up this morning, feeling that shine. Whole team got the glow. You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Yeah.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy JusRzd, and today we are tapping in with another edition of Rage Reviews. We are reviewing the season finale of Solo Leveling. Very dope episode. Such a dope bow on what was season 2. This particular episode starts out right where the last episode left off, with Sun Jin-woo turning around. So he's still trying to figure out what to do with Hae-in. He tells the cameraman to shut his camera off. If he doesn't shut it, he's pretty much gonna break it. So the cameraman shuts it off, and he proceeds to do something that kind of shocked me. I'm not gonna hold you. He ends up turning the S-rank healer that got unalived by Beru. He ends up turning him into a shadow. Upon what he reveals was a voice that he heard to use the ability that the S-rank healer used once he became a shadow to heal Hae-in. And he ends up fully restoring Hae-in. She's still unconscious, but she did get restored. And of course, this comes as a shock to all of the S-rank healers of Korea, because they've never actually seen his full abilities in play. And he's never shown anybody his ability to pretty much necromance and turn people into shadows. And so this is the first time people are in their shot. They even saying like, yo, the ability to get stronger after every fight and to necromance, like, that's crazy. Like, no wonder he doesn't want anybody to see this. And he heals Hae-in with the S-rank healer's ability, and the leader of the White Tiger Guild was just like, yo, puts his hand on the shoulder again. He got a thing with putting his hand on Sun Jin-woo's shoulder. It's kind of interesting. But this time he kind of pleased with him. He was like, hey man, buddy didn't like the fight. Please don't make him have to return to the battlefield again. And Sun Jin-woo was just like, you know what, man? I was thinking the same thing. And releases the shadow for the S-rank healer, and he just evaporates into nothingness. And it was just like, first of all, I didn't even know you could do that, bro. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that Sun Jin-woo could do that. I was shocked at that. I thought once he did that, it won't no release. Like, you was just a part of the squad at that point. So that caught me off guard. I told you, because I did not know he could do that. But shout out to Sun Jin-woo. And it was interesting just seeing how everything transpired. It was interesting seeing how everything took place. And man, we also see pretty much him kind of showing gratitude towards the S-rank healers and allowing them to escape on the chopper outside of the island, or outside of the nest, and they escape the island. And it's around 4,000 or so ants that are now king and queenless. So they have no directive, so they're all scattering abroad the island. So of course the people on the ships are trying to take them out, surrounding the island. Then you got people back at the mainland trying to take them out, preparing to fight, because the ants are just kind of flying all over the place in all directions, just kind of scattered, aimless, because they have no direction from the king or the queen. And we see Sun Jin-woo stay behind to just clear out all the rest of the ants and all the rest of the eggs, and he ends up getting experience points for that, which was actually pretty cool. And then he begins to turn Beru into a shadow. And the brother, first of all, he was already unalived and was still emitting aura. That's how you know this brother was strong. as soon as Sun Jin-woo tried to summon him and tried to turn him into a shadow, it's almost like he got summoned into this black nothingness and then he comes back into the real world in like a topsy-turvy way, like the screen's upside down, and then Beru pretty much shows up in like this shadowy cocoon, and then hatches from the shadowy cocoon and starts talking to Sun Jin-woo, and Sun Jin-woo is like, yo, fam, you can talk? Nobody else has been able to talk. You can talk? And he was like, yes, my king, I can talk. And pretty much kneels before him. He was just like, I would like you to bestow upon me a name. And he was just like, wait a minute. You trying to be loyal to me after I just unalived you? He was like, well, technically, it's more like a rebirth because I'm not dead anymore. And so Sun Jin-woo was like, all right, well, your name's going to be Beru. And he also noticed that Beru's title is general. And he's never seen that title before. So that's also how you know that brother is strong. And pretty much we got Beru kind of being Sun Jin-woo's like right hand at this particular point. And he's the one who called out that it was 4,000 ants going in different directions. And he was just like, well, can you kind of thin out some of their numbers? He was like, hey man, just say the word. He was like, all right, well go ahead. Beru starts going crazy and just destroying a whole lot of the ants. He ends up saving some of the mainland hunters from getting destroyed because he ends up destroying the ants, and all they can see is a stream of light, but it's actually Beru. It was actually pretty cool. The S-rank hunters are getting attacked by ants as the helicopter is trying to make its way out, and Sun Jin-woo gets on the back of his dragon and helps them out, and they're just looking at him in awe like, oh man, even in all of this, he still saves our lives. Now, the Japanese head of the Hunters Association was losing his mind. The fact that he saw Sun Jin-woo on the island when he wasn't supposed to be on the island, he wasn't even supposed to be a part of the raid. He just pretty much messed up all his plans of what they were trying to do, of just stealing the glory of the Jeju Island raid from Korea. And it's just like, he was losing his mind, and they were just like, yo, what should we do? He was like, withdraw immediately. And then throws the phone. He was so mad. It was so funny. It was so funny. We also got to see one of Japan's, I think he was probably a national hunter. We got to see him do like a Getsuga Tensho, low-key, and destroy a gang of ants in one slice from a ship. And they were in the air. Like, it was dope. The scene was dope. And just seeing everybody come together, we kind of, after it gives you like a montage of how everybody celebrated after everything transpired on the Jeju Island raid. And then we see the memorial they constructed for everybody involved. We see Hae-in is finally out of her, is finally back conscious, and she's at the memorial as well. Then we see the Hunters Association, the head of the Hunters Association greeting Sun Jin-woo, having a conversation with him. It's just like, yo, like, what do you plan on doing next? Like, what's next? What's next for you? And he's just like, that's a great question. I don't know. And we see Sun Jin-woo also talking to his little homies, the homie with that was supposed to be starting a guild with him, and the little young lady that he took under his wing, and he lets them know that the Hunters Guild Association, not the Hunters Guild Association, the Hunters Association has approved their father's guild, so now they're able to operate as a guild and be able to move forward with that particular plan. Then he gets a call because he's stuck in traffic, and he's like, yo, what's going on? I can't get to where I'm going. And he's just like, yo, it's a problem. The gate opened up on the ramp. It's like a B rank gate. So if you could, and you don't mind, just go ahead and handle that for us. And so Sun Jin-woo walks up to the gate, gets the instructions. He's like, we don't know when you'll be able to get back up. And he's just like, don't worry about it. I'll handle it myself. So he goes in the gate. As soon as he steps in the gate, it turns into a red gate. And he's just like, man, why does this keep happening to me? I don't even know how deep this forest goes. And he sees all the creatures just kind of looking at him. And he's just like, well, releases all the shadows. They go crazy. And he just goes on this poetic spiel about how hunters are meant to hunt. And that's what they do. And this is how we're going to move forward. and to the next objective and all this. It was a nice little monologue. But meanwhile, we see we see the pretty much it was low key like a little cleanup crew. It was like maybe 5 or 6 people of like a little cleanup crew going to the Jeju Island, making sure they get rid of all the any remaining ants or whatever. And while they're there, they end up running into the Beast Monarch. And well, they end up running into 2 figures. One was the Beast Monarch, one was the Ice Monarch. Manga readers, I know y'all know. Anime only, those 2 people become very important later on in the story. But they pop up. The Ice Monarch kind of puts him to sleep. At first I thought he unalived him, but he only kind of put him to sleep. And then the Beast Monarch, they were just having a conversation about everything, and the Beast Monarch noticed that there was somebody there with them. Lo and behold, it's actually Sun Jin-woo's dad in the cave, kind of investigating the situation. Then the Beast and the Ice Monarch end up leaving, and it's pretty much how the episode ends, just with Sun Jin-woo saying it's on to the next objective. And season 2 was phenomenal, man. Season 2 was dope. I don't feel like I can give season 2 anything less than a 10, to be honest. Like, season 2 as a whole was phenomenal. The ending, the final episode, it was dope. I'll probably give the final episode like a 9. To be honest, like it was really good. Like, it was really good, and it teased so much. I love the way Solo Leveling like really teases stuff so subtly. It could be like a passive conversation, and it'll be an Easter egg for something that's gonna happen later on. Because I've been noticing that. I've been rewatching season 1, and I've been noticing some of the stuff that happened in season 2 they mentioned in season 1 just in passing conversation. So it's like you won't really know it's an Easter egg until you like either go back and rewatch it, or unless you're really, really paying attention and you get to the part that they were talking about. So Solo 11, 10 out of 10, season 2. I can't even front on you, but let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or if you feel like I'm tripping on that ranking. Season 1 was fire. Season 2, 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime we drop a new video on the channel, which is every day. So stay tapped in, stay tuned in, stay locked in, and never forget, it's FreeSoul to the show free. Let's get it.